Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's a.faucheryt here. If you're new, welcome. Today I'm going to be bleaching my roots. As you can see, they're quite grown in. So I'm going to just go over the products that I'll be using. Okay, so to start off, I'm going to be using the Express Level 9 powder lightener. And then I'm going to be using that with a 20 volume cream from Sally Beauty to bleach my hair. And then I will be using these brushes. I kind of go between the brushes, whichever one I like during the time of bleaching, then I just kind of swap them out. And I like this little one as well because it's easier to get into the smaller areas of your head. And then to add in with the bleach, I'm going to be using this Booster Step 1. It helps restore moisture, reduces breakage, and prevent dryness during chemical services. So you just dump this in with your bleach and mix it all together. And once I bleach my hair, I will be going in with the Wella T18 toner with probably a 10 volume. I don't think I'll be using a 20 this time around. And then I'll just let it sit on there longer and just kind of watch over it. So these are the items that you need, as well as a cap or a plastic bag to process your hair while the bleach sits in it. So yeah, let's get started. So we're gonna start by mixing the bleach. I'm taking 1 scoop. And I'm gonna take another one. I'll probably do about 2 for now. And then it says that with this bleach you wanna use 1.5 and up for this. We'll do 1.5, developer 20. I'll do 3 in total because I did 2 scoops. And I'm just using this same little scoop to measure the developer. Once you do that, before I add in the booster, the color booster, I'm going to stir the bleach really well. So you just take off this little cap, just like that. It was a little hard to get off, but I managed. I'm just gonna pour maybe half of this. No, I'm gonna use the whole thing. Just like that. Also, you should be wearing gloves. I'm not going to. I prefer to work without the gloves. Then you just want to stir that in really well. So my consistency looks like this. It's quite thick. Pancake batter. And now we're gonna get started. Okay, so I'm gonna take my hair out of the bun. It's gonna look a little crazy, yeah. Just wanna brush it out. You could also put conditioner on your ends. This will help protect your already bleached ends from getting any more damage in your hair. Since I added the booster in though, I'm not gonna do the conditioning part. I'm just gonna go ahead and start applying the bleach just to the roots. And I'm hoping that the booster will help protect the ends. Once you brush out your hair, you wanna go ahead and start by parting the hair into 4s. So I go down just like this right by the ear, and I section that part off. This will be the front. Two, and then you have this in the back. I'm going to section it just like that. Take this one. I am going to be working in the back first, and then I'll make my way to the front. I do have mirrors behind me, and I have a little one in front of me as well as my big bathroom mirror. That's what I'll be looking in. Okay, so here's my sections. I have 3 of them. This is the 4th one. I have it down. It's a nice clean section. And I'm just going to be touching just the dark areas. I'm not going to be overlapping my bleached hair already. So just where you see the brown, that's what I'll be touching. So I'm going to start in the back. And I'm going to start doing the perimeter first. And then you want to pull the hair tightly and just paint it on, just like that. You want to make sure that you're really adding a good amount of product. You want to saturate the hair within the bleach. I'm going to try my best not to do any overlapping on my already bleached hair. If you do get bleach on your ends, you can just wipe it off. So, as you see, all I'm doing is doing the outline. And while I'm at it, I'm actually just gonna go ahead and start sectioning out pieces from the top. And going just... Actually, I'm gonna do the other side now in the back. For this part, I just need to look in the mirror to see. Hope you guys can still see me. If you need to, just comb the hair again. I'm gonna be careful of this. Okay, just like that. So now that I've gotten the perimeter of the back, I'm going to start by sectioning off. I'm gonna go back to this other side now. And like I mentioned now, I'm gonna go ahead and start from the top and go diagonally. Pull this out. You wanna work in very thin pieces so that you can almost see through the hair when you hold it up. I don't know if you can see that, if it's zooming in or not, but that's what you wanna do. That, and then you want to flip it up forward and comb the back as well. Okay, now I'm done the back. It's all done. It's just gonna sit and process. And now I'm gonna start working on the right side. Starting with the perimeter again. Make sure that you really saturate the hair. This is when you can use your smaller brush. And you also want to get behind your ear. So make sure that you're getting that. Okay. Taking a section, brush it out if you need to. Okay, there's that. Now I'm going to move on to the other side. Just gonna push this over here, brush this out. As you can see, the back is already turning an orangey color. Start with the perimeter. Brush it up to then get the front of your face. Okay, so I did the perimeter. You can see at the top I need a little more. And on the sides. Okay. And I'm going to start sectioning it off just like I did on the other side. I'm going to make it as clean as possible, like always. So once you're a hot mess, you're gonna also go on and apply your plastic bag or your shower cap. Just to keep the heat in. And there you are. So now I'm gonna wait 40 minutes and I'll check in with you guys. So for the last 10 minutes, I also mixed together a bowl of bleach with the 10 volume developer, and then I just go through my ends with that. That's to give me a nice all over even tone at the end. So this is what my hair is looking like right now. And then this I'm just gonna leave on my mid shafts and my ends for that 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna rinse it out and then apply the toner. Okay, so I just got out of the shower, rinsed out the bleach. This is what it looks like. Hair is still damp, towel dried. Now I'm going to go ahead and create my toner. So I'm going to be using the T18. I'm going to be using this whole bottle and I'm going to dump it into this. Just like that. Make sure you get all of it. And then I'm going to use this as the guide for how much developer to put in. So I'm going to use 2 parts developer. Let me just make sure that's right. Here is it in the box. Yep, 1 part toner, 2-part developer. So I just want to pour this into here. And my battery's dying, so if it does, I will finish recording on my iPhone. That's one. And then just pour in the second one. And I am using 20 volume. I decided to go with 20 instead of 10. And then I'm just gonna mix this up really good and start applying it to my hair. It'll look just like that. Then you just stir it. Make sure that you stir it really good. So what I'm going to do is apply it to my roots for the first 20 minutes, and then I will drag it down into the mid shafts and the ends for the last 10 minutes. Okay, so this is the toner, this is the consistency. It's really runny. That's what it looks like. Okay, so I'm just going to make sure that my hair is parted down the middle, all the way down to the back. And that's where I'm going to start putting my first toner. I'm just going to go right close to the roots at first, or the scalp, sorry. With this, you don't have to be as accurate or as careful. You can kind of just apply it. And I'm just going to feel my hair all the way down in the back. Pretty much applying it the exact same way you apply the bleach. Just saturating the hair. I'm going to go to the other side. So that's how I want to do that. And then now at the top, get all of the orange, which is the fresh fruits. And then what I'm going to do is section it up. I want to see what type of effect this gives. If you want to add dimension into your hair, you could also use a darker toner or like a brown shade to add like the rooted look by doing these steps. I'm just going to see if by doing this it gives me more dimension, as if I kind of, because you can make this toner sit on the roots a little longer, which will make at the root a darker shade. I'll show you a picture of what I mean. And once you get near the back, you can just bring it forward a little more. That's what they do in the videos I've seen. But my main concern right now is to just get those orange roots covered. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it on the other side quickly. I want it to be even. As you can see, I'm working in small sections. And now I'm going to work towards the back of the head. Sectioning it off. As you can see, it's nowhere near perfect, but it'll do the job. That side is done for now. That's half the head. Now we're going to move over to this side. I'm going to move the mane. Look like a crazy one. I'm gonna just see what time it is. Let's see. Okay, so now I'm just gonna brush it out. You can see it's just blending it out. Underneath too. That way it's gonna give it a nice, all even tone. And you can just also go like this because I did do those sections off like that. So this is just gonna blend it all up. So I'm gonna leave this for 20 minutes, like I said, and then I'm gonna go through for the last 10 minutes and do my ends. And I'll be back to show you guys that. So as you can see here, I ended up getting hot roots. I did not leave the bleach on my hair long enough, so I had to go in and re-bleach. Once I re-bleached and used the T18 toner, this is the finished result. It's not the color that I was hoping for, so I did go ahead the next day with T14 just on the roots, and I did the exact same root smudge effect for the toner. I only did just the roots the following day, using the Wella T18 toner again on my roots, and let that sit for about 20 minutes. As you can see, I left out my mid shafts and my ends and only toned the roots.